Hey everyone, it's Ellery and I'm back with another recap and review for Insecure Season 4. So if you're interested in my recap, make sure that you stick around and stay tuned. And I'm just saying, you're already here. So you might as well subscribe and then turn on your notifications so you don't miss any new videos from me. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into my recap and review. Gotta find something new to do. All right, y'all. So last night's episode was called Lowkey, Losing It. And a lot of things happened, so that title fit perfectly. So, per usual, let me give you my quick and dirty rundown of last night's episode. Spoil alert. If you have not watched last night's episode, make sure that you do that first and then come back and watch my recap and review. Right? Here we go. So, of course, Issa always has all these strange things going on. So the episode kicked off with us finding out that the water is off at her apartment complex. Her tenants come to her place, barge their way in, and of course just complain about it because she didn't let them know. But the main point of what was happening was that she was working on the flyers, working on things for the block party. We find out that her and Condola actually have not been talking. She hasn't heard from Condola, which is really weird because they're working on the block party together. So, Condola, where you at, sis? Where you at? So then we kick it over and we see that Molly and Andrew have officially made it official. We see that Tiffany finally dropped that baby and everybody's on their way to the house. And when I say everybody, I do mean everybody. Issa actually gets a voicemail from Nathan in which he's just giving her props for following through with the block party. But this is our first time hearing from him since last season. When, he went ghost, then he showed back up, then he said what he said, whatever. Okay. This is our first time hearing from him. But on their way inside the house, Molly and Issa, do this little awkward talk thing that they've been doing. And we find out that they haven't even been doing their self-care Sundays, which just 3 episodes ago was such a big thing. So that again shows us that they have not really been talking and hanging out and doing their best friend thing. While there, Issa and Lawrence actually go outside and have a little talk. Again, exchanging more laughs and giggles. Just saying, y'all laughing a little too hard with one another. That's all I got to say, but now I'm just leave that at that. And then we find out that Lawrence actually has something that he wants to talk to Issa about, but she gets a phone call that interrupts that, and then we find out that her headliner actually drops out of the block party. So Lawrence tells her, don't worry about it, we'll talk about it later. Don't know when later's gonna come, but I sure hope that we do find out what Lawrence has to say. Now Issa is in the process of finding a new headliner, and then she comes across the artist that is working with Live Nation. And who works for Live Nation? Andrew. Who's dating Andrew? Molly. And so of course she reaches out to Molly and asks Molly to ask Andrew. But then later on in the episode, we find out that Molly decides not to ask Andrew because she just doesn't want to blur the lines of their relationships. It's new for her and she really wants to work it out. And then of course the whole episode, Molly and Issa just kind of awkwardly act around each other and just subtly, but not so subtly, throw a lot of shade at one another. And that is my quick and dirty rundown of episode 4 of Insecure. Now, let me tell y'all how I really felt about this episode, okay? I'm gonna tell y'all because y'all know I have to give my input. Starting with 1, I am so proud of Molly. You know what? The growth. I thought she wasn't growing, but and maybe in some ways she's not growing, but I think she's really working hard to try to make this relationship successful with Andrew. And I'm just glad that instead of being like passive aggressive, because we know Molly can be, specifically in a romantic relationship, let's just focus on that. In a romantic relationship, she's good for shutting down, being passive aggressive, just like, oh, he's not trying to be serious because he didn't call her at 1, 5, and 7, whatever. She has communicated her feelings to Andrew and is being vulnerable with him. And I am just so happy for her. So I'm proud of Molly. I was so proud of Molly. Which leads me to say that I was very disappointed in Issa and how she kind of handled that whole thing. Now, you know that you and Molly got a little going on between y'all. And here you gonna come asking for a favor. Sis, Come on. Like, you literally were just at the house. Like, I just feel like she's always coming at my neck. Whoop-de-woo, which, okay, it's a little true. It's a little true. But you know that y'all got something going on. So why would you just reach out for a favor like that? And then on top of that, Molly was going to express herself and talk to you, and you just completely cut her off, completely disregarded what she was about to say, and was just like, it basically was like, oh yeah, I didn't call you for all that. I called to ask you for a favor. And this is what I need you to do. And then, seemingly so, you got upset because she chose Andrew in her relationship, or you could just say herself instead of choosing to do something for you. Because truthfully, I understood where Molly was coming from, especially with their relationship being so new. So I was just really disappointed in how Issa handled that. I just kind of felt like it was really selfish. Then, which also leads me to say, Lawrence and Issa are getting messier and messier. I wish we could have found out what Lawrence wanted to say to her or ask her or tell her or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Now I'm like, okay, did you and Condola break up? Are you and Condola taking a break? Are you about to ask her out? Do you wonder if, had she not cheated, would you have still been with her? If she didn't cheat, would she still be with you? Like, where were we going? What was about to be said? What was about to be asked? I don't know, but at the end of the day, it's messy. And there's just no way around it. Like, there's literally no way around the mess that's brewing between the two of them, the three of them, and all of them. But at the same time, you just gotta love Issa and Lawrence. Like, they were outside laughing, and I was like, look at them. They look so cute. Yay. I want them to work it out. I just don't want things to be messy. And lastly, you know what? Now, for 3 episodes, we've been watching Issa and Molly just go back and forth, have this little stupid exchange, things getting worse and worser between them. I'm over it. Okay, episode 4, I was the whole episode, and I've watched it twice. The whole time I was just like, if you two just don't talk to each other, talk, hash it out, and then decide if you're going to still be friends. But this playing like we're friends, playing like everything's cool, playing like I'm okay, but I'm really not okay, playing like you didn't just take a shot at me, playing like, oh my gosh, you're being really sensitive. Like, it's dumb. I mean, from episode 1 to 4, we're not even doing Self-Care Sunday anymore. How, Sway? Like, how did we lose Self-Care Sunday that quickly? Listen, okay? I'm over it. One thing that Issa did say that I agree with is that she feels like Molly sees her how she sees her. And I agree. I feel like Molly just thinks that Issa is a mess. I feel like Molly feels like she's supposed to save her, that she's supposed to be the one that she comes to and talks to and all of this stuff. And she's not that person for Issa anymore. I think that's why she's a little jealous of Condola. I think that's why she's been a lot more critical of Issa and the things that she's doing. To me, I feel like Molly's packing it on a lot more than Issa is. And then she said something that was really like, So that's what your problem is that she said she's going to get into something and she's going to rope me into it. And it's like, is she going to rope you into it, or are you going to feel like you're supposed to be in it? Are you going to feel like you're supposed to save her, to fix it, to make it better? So I feel like more than anything, Molly just doesn't feel like she has a place in Issa's life anymore. And that's more of what that situation is. Now with Issa, I don't know. One thing that I've learned in therapy, big fan of it, not ashamed to say it, is that nobody can strike a chord in you that's not already there. So I think what's happening with Issa is that she's being a lot more self-critical of herself. She's a lot more sensitive about what she's planning and what she has going on. And I think she's looking for just constant support, constant validation from her friends. And she's not really getting that from Molly. And so for her, it's like, I got to kind of separate myself from you so I can get through this. Because you're saying things to me that I kind of already know to be true, but I don't want to hear it because I don't want to revert back to that. I don't want to second guess myself. I don't know, but I know that I'm over it. I know that I'm over it. I need you two to just talk about it, or like I can tell you, if I was Kelly or Tiffany, I would be like, yo, you two need to talk about it and get it done and get it out, because I don't care anymore. Nobody wants to be a part of this drama. And then lastly, Condola, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's great. It was fine, right? Where you at? Like, whatever you and Lawrence got going on, that's cool. But, sis, we got to plan this block party. And I need your help. I need your contacts. Where you at? But all in all, again, per usual, I thought the episode was great. So far, episode 3 is still my favorite episode. This one was definitely laying it on thick for what's getting ready to happen. Next week is going to cover the block party. I don't know if it's going to be the whole thing or if it's going to be one of those, like, we see them do the work the whole episode and then the block party is actually going to be on the episode after that. I don't know. But either way, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. I really hope that we find out whatever between Lawrence. I think Nathan is going to pop up because I know in like the pictures and stuff, he's around. So I do think he's a part of the season. So I'm pretty positive he's probably going to pop up at the block party. And I feel like it's going to be like this whole like her and Lawrence talking and then Nathan comes up and then she's like, can I talk to you in a minute, Lawrence? And then he goes over there and then Lawrence is like, she's still cheating. She's still trifling. I feel like it's going to be one of those things. Y'all see how I just put that together? If it's true, Issa, hire me. I should be in the writer's room. Just saying. Anyways, y'all, let me know what your thoughts are on episode 4 of Insecure. Again, are you hashtag Team Molly or Team Issa? Let me know. Leave me some comments below. Let's talk about it. I thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye.